Up in there, mic check. This another week. Let's go.
Let's get it. Whenever we get lost, bring our time, please. Don't forget me. You are free to take a look around, but always remember where you come from.
Episode 33.
By the way, I left a note
Scottie Pippen
for you by the door. Please write when you can.
Always.
Peace and happiness.
Always peace and happiness. You already know. Just turn that down just a little bit, man.
Peace and happiness.
Always peace and happiness.
Peace and happiness.
Welcome to the Poor Man's Poetry Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got to start it off different, man. You know, we always trying to start it off a little thuggish, a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Thuggish, rugged bone.
We taking it to the West Coast, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I used to wonder when my turn to come, and now I wonder if I ever quit.
Yeah.
I be buying shit I never had, cause I was tired of never having shit. And now I'm picking crab and shrimp.
Yeah.
And I don't fuck with no average chicks. We eat $400 meals. Tell me what you think an average tip. Don't get caught up in extravagance. Yeah. And you can go from rags to rich. Yeah. Girl, I see you got your Gucci purse. But you looking like a bag of shit.
Damn.
And I don't gotta ask for shit.
It's my nigga Dom, man. I like
I
it,
be
Dom.
counting all this cash I get.
The yellow tape, yeah. Go
Shout
look
out
that
to
up.
my baby mama, cause she be paying half the rent.
Yeah.
Sometimes I sit back and just think about
Peace and happiness. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about, man. Peace and happiness. Peace and happiness. So what's up, man? How's your week so far, man?
Man, so far so good. You know who else I ran into? It came across my timeline.
Who's that?
Cat named Larry June. Have you ever heard of him?
I've heard of the name, but I don't think I've actually heard the music.
He's a rapper. He will put you in the mind of Freddie Gibbs.
Okay. We're gonna talk about Freddie Gibbs a little bit today.
I thought, man, shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. You had a phenomenal album.
Yes.
I mean?
A couple of phenomenal albums.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about a couple of shades you think's been going on, but yeah, we're gonna get into all of that.
Yeah, but man, so far the week's been pretty decent. I haven't been in the gym in like 2 weeks, y'all, so I'm feeling some type of way about that. But next week, I'm back there. Definitely.
I've been getting there back to myself slowly but surely.
Yes,
We're gonna check me out for what I call, I'm gonna start doing what did I just say I was gonna call it? Look at me, I'm losing track already.
Working out. Just go call it working out.
Yeah, let's just I said I was gonna call it
a dentist workout. 20 miles, you said, right?
Yeah. That and a bunch of things. But I forgot what I was gonna call Fridays. Accountability Friday. So
Look
yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah, check me out. Check out our
workout regimen. We gonna come up one for y'all.
Yeah, that also. But I'm talking about make sure you guys subscribe.
Oh yeah,
like and make sure you guys comment, man. Leave us our feedback. You guys always hit us
for real
and let us know, personally.
Yeah,
but
y'all gotta
interact with us just on the page. If y'all really mess with us, let the internets know y'all mess with us so that they can mess with y'all.
Yeah,
interact with y'all. Y'all can interact with us. We can interact with everybody.
Shout out to the little bit expansion we got too, as far as like with Port Palooza. Shout out to the city, man, for real. Like
absolutely,
that rock with
all
us,
the talent that's gonna be in there this week. Yeah, man, we look forward to checking y'all out and seeing everything that's gonna happen, man. We haven't even announced that yet, but it's
going down.
Yeah, we'll see y'all Friday night.
Yeah. And I said little. I mean, shout out to Port Palooza just in general.
All together, yeah.
Shout out to Tap Money. Shout out to Breeze. Shout out to
Cash, DJ, all that.
Everybody.
Everybody, yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So how the week's been for you so far?
The week has been, I can't lie and act like everything's good. It's been kind of stressful, man. It's been kind of stressful.
Boy, listen, y'all about this here close from a monumental moment. It's going to be videotape, you guys.
Yeah,
well, it's not videotape. It's going to be on cameras because ain't nobody got no video cassette no more. So
it's going to be mad people. Everybody going to be the grandmas and the aunties. And,
everybody going to be there.
Clacking it up, It's going to be like a photo shoot, whatever they call it, man.
Oh, it's going to be a film. It's going to be a film. and I'm gonna be there with my camera phone the whole entire time.
You gonna be in the wedding? What you talking about?
I know, but I'm gonna be like this here with the camera. Face it, damn, Dennis gonna be over there sweating frisbees and shit like that while his wife right down the aisle.
Oh man.
But he's probably gonna cry. It's okay if you do, cause I'm not gonna lie. On my 10-year anniversary next year,
right,
your boy might shed a tear. I ain't gonna lie. 10 years.
You got to, man, cause that is a monumental feat, my man. That, my boy, that's a large accomplishment. That's a look at you now. What you got going on?
I'm gonna need a drink. I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm gonna need a drink.
That's why when I looked up and I saw him on the camera, I said, "Hey, it's a celebration." That's what it is.
It's a celebration.
It is, definitely.
But it's like...
Y'all see this dog acting a fool. I'm sorry, I didn't mean... Go ahead.
No, you good. Button, he's always playing the background. But marriage is a monumental moment in a person's life when you actually spend time and build and get to know that person. Some marriages last, some of them don't. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you just got to make sure that you put your best foot forward and learn to actually... put each other first, you know what I mean? Literally, not just one putting one before the other, but you know, you building upon that. So yeah, man, it's dope, man. I know I'm gonna get a whole lot of text messages from Dennis like, man, god damn, I ain't knew it was like that. But
hey man, you getting some of them text messages now? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. See, she didn't know that. I don't know anything about that. But nah, it's gonna be
not like that. I mean
no. It's okay. Yes. You already put your foot in your mouth, but it's okay. Cause wait, I mean, the first few years, she would be like, "Ah, it's okay. You know, you're gonna take a little hits in there, but once she start hitting you with them haymakers, well, you're gonna be that baby boy like, oh, like what the hell going on here? But it's cool though.
I believe it, and I'm ready for it. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to if I couldn't go through it with this one. I wouldn't have chosen. I wouldn't put that ring on the finger and
feel like
going through all this of what we're going through now.
I feel like, man, Holly Berry's always available. You can hit my DM whenever you want to.
Oh, I got to get in contact with you
for Holly. You can.
Okay, you the agent? I see. Yeah, I got you.
I'm agent. Broker, whatever you want to call me for her.
I totally understand, my man.
Yeah, for real.
I'm sitting here grabbing on my socks, but yeah, how did your week go? We talking about mine.
I mean, week so far, like I said, I haven't been in the gym.
Okay, that's right. Maybe I did ask you already.
No. Been in the gym. Work's been pretty steady. Just trying to honestly weigh out my options, man. I'm thinking about possibly.
Don't do that on here.
I'm just weighing out my options as far as what goes.
What you saying now?
Nah. What we talking about?
You was talking about Bobby Shmurda?
Man, Bobby Shmurda, man. I'm waiting for you to drop some music, man. Like you out here on all social media outlets, from Snapchat, which I rarely be on, but shout out to him. Instagram, he posting videos. You're doing everything. We need you in the studio, man. You got to do something. Like
absolutely, dude. I saw him at the what was it? Brooklyn Nets and
him and Rowdy.
And Rowdy, yeah. The Nets tried to give Bobby a Nets jersey.
Yeah, man. I get you. You walking around like you the king of New York, even though we know who the king of New York really is.
But you seen what he did? You saw he found his Knicks hat right after the game,
real quick. Like I'm talking about. I saw that video. To my man, he put his Knicks hat on like you know what I'm saying? Like he sold out for the Knicks. We got team.
Yeah. All the horns.
Yeah, shout out to the Knicks though, man. My Celtics gonna whip y'all ass though, but
they probably will. If we get, we got to pull some trades and we got to get these guys off the bench. I don't know what's going on with Austin Rivers and everybody. You know?
It's good that y'all actually making some noise for the first time in a long time, man. I actually like that. But that brings back, just that the whole sports back, man. Really, it needs to actually take place. But what else?
Speaking of those business ventures we were talking about earlier, I saw Lil Baby. He actually has his own lemonade coming out. He partnered with Master P, and let's see what the name of I forget the exact name. it's a rap snack brand. You know how they have those snacks, but it's not. But it's actually his own exotic lemonade, and
they gonna have liquor in it.
No.
He sounded.
It's called Rap Snack Soft Drinks. The flavors are fruit punch, mango, pineapple, blueberry, strawberry, and sweet tea.
I would say,
yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like a Kool-Aid, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love Little Baby when it comes down to his music is good.
My bad.
He has his own lane, but his business ventures and stuff like that, and stuff that he's doing behind the scene. And he actually met Jay-Z for the first time too.
Did he? Okay.
At the Grammys, which was dope. His performance was amazing at the Grammys as well. But yeah, shout out to.
Speaking of that, Hove's hair is getting extremely long. That's where my inspiration of this was, but mine isn't. I don't know what I'm gonna. That's for another day.
Hove is doing him. I think he's doing everything that he always wanted to do, that he wasn't able to do.
Absolutely, he can do it now because he has the money, and like people, the money is running after him. It's like he don't have to run after the money, so it's like he can do what he wants to do, and he can say what he wants to say now. So
because I think people perception of chasing the bag is actually good. Nah, you don't supposed to. If you chase a bag, how you gonna ever catch it?
Right.
You're not gonna ever. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna catch it if you're always chasing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just gotta, law of attraction. You just gotta draw it near to you, man. It's gonna come to you in due time. Just stay consistent, whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Absolutely, you dropped the bomb on that one.
Right. Trying to, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Lil Baby. But the art of hip hop has changed for me. When I think people have actually took away the pen and the pad, man, and actually started freestyle. I understand.
Okay, you talking, huh?
Yeah, I understand the uniqueness behind everything. But man, it's just something about painting that picture for me. It's just.
You're right.
Phenomenal.
Taking the time to make sure that to making sure that your art, that piece of art that you're giving to us is
perfect.
Is perfect and it's upper echelon. Like it's not something that you just was like, I could put words together. I could rap too. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm a star in the streets too. So let me try to get out here and make some money. I mean, granted, it's a hustle. So get your hustle on. Yeah. But if you're talking about you're in this for longevity and you're in this for the culture, you're in this for the art of it, for the poetry, rap. If you don't know, rap stands for the
rhythm and poetry.
There you go.
So if you don't have the poetry, honestly, what do you have? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
That's what, and that's the message that I often try to put out for people, because artists hit us up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely go through a select few of people that not necessarily who we rock with or anything like that. Like we don't show favoritism over here at all.
Not at all.
But like, man, I bounce ideas off of him real quick. Like when I get something, I send it straight to him. And one of the things I notice is like nowadays, man, like people are like, man, I'm rapping my behind off. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But my thing is, as an artist, what is setting you apart from the other artists? Because if everybody's freestyling, what's setting you apart?
And if everybody's flow is the same, like
what's setting you apart?
cadence. So if your cadence is so it's like, if everybody's doing that,
next we know what to accept, and that's why, like, we appreciate the Rakims, we appreciate the Black Thoughts, we appreciate the Joe Buttons,
even like the newer school, like those are people that we grew up on.
Yeah.
So even like the newer school, like let's just say like JID.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Like even somebody that's not
Benny.
as lyrical, Benny, everybody from Griselda.
Yeah.
Even somebody that's not as lyrical. Let's just say my new favorite. I was playing Stove God, but he's up there with the Griseldas, and I'm not. That's another conversation for another day. So we're not going to talk about that. Stove God, we waiting for that. I'm waiting for that sophomore album.
Please do.
But forget all that. But even who I was playing before you came in here earlier today, Kodak. That boy here, and I'm gonna post a video. Check out our Poor Man's Poetry video tomorrow. But he just got all his while he was locked up, he just got all his pads and everything that he had where he was writing.
Yeah,
he just got all that. Sent his homeboy that was in jail, sent him all his stuff back. Like, he got pads and pads and pads of lyrics that he was writing in jail
because he appreciated the art of hip hop and actually writing down music. A lot of people don't do that, man. Like, that pen and pad, bro, it's phenomenal. No diss to the Hoves, no diss to the Drakes, no diss to the, even locally, like the Monks, the VPs, no diss to none of them who don't. But, you know, just for the sake of argument, like when it's kind of like, all right, when you writing a love letter. When you writing a love letter to a shorty back in the day, like when you was in school, you was trying to make sure everything was on point when you was actually trying to formulate that letter.
Facts.
You was trying to make sure all the
punctuation, everything, no spelling errors, nothing
at all, because you was and that's kind of how you got to treat the art of hip hop, man. Like, you can't let it. And not saying it's not,
but you know what? There are people who have probably studied it more, and they're able to do it without the pen, because True. like Hove is probably he studied the art so much, and like he like, I'll just keep it there. He studied the art so much, he's able to do what he does off the top of his head. There's some people that don't know the actual poetry. They don't know the poetic devices. They don't know how to use similes, metaphors, how to rhyme with triple entendres, double entendres, different things like that. So
similar to that Biggie documentary, when you was in here watching it that day, when old boy actually taught Big the poetry.
His uncle was Jamaican. His uncle wasn't even a rapper. His uncle was a reggae, a dance hall, just like, getting on the mic and, doing what he does down there in the parties down there in the, what do you call it down there in the yard, but
yard, man.
But they, like, even Big, like, he learned from his uncle, just seeing like him getting on the mic, having the confidence to be able to perform and be able to get his thoughts out and be able to say that on the mic off the top of the dome. Yeah. So that's what, it was, like you said, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, man, we appreciate the art of hip hop just in general. Mm-hmm. We appreciate just everything, like all the artists that actually take time with their craft, and the ones who are able to actually get in the booth and do it off the top of their head. Man, we appreciate everybody that actually do it. Right. But that's just my personal favorite. You know what I mean? I love to hear that pen, that pencil, that eraser, that going back over. I love to hear that, man. I do.
Yeah, but they probably think, we sitting here talking it up for a long time. This is just stuff that we're passionate about, guys.
Yeah, for real, man.
We'll go ahead and talk about some things that you guys might want to hear us talk about or debate about. What else came out there this week? So the Grammys. You want to talk about some of the things that happened during that? Did you watch it?
Some.
I caught bits and pieces. Yeah.
Diddy's speech stuck out to me.
I did not catch that. What did he? I didn't even. Wow. Diddy's one of my inspirations. That's crazy.
Diddy was basically, he was saying like, for artists, like, we put our heart, our passion into this music, and oftentimes like and also the Grammy numbers went down this year as well.
I believe it. I can see that. Yeah. Especially with a lot of people bashing it, son.
Yeah. Because it's like, bro, we as a people, we support everything that's not necessarily in our favor. And that was one of the things that he would say. He said the Grammys are not in our favor. They recognize hip hop, but they don't recognize hip hop to the extent as much as they should. Mm-hmm. And he also spoke about, one of the things that Erykah Badu said, like, bro, I put my heart, my soul, my blood, sweat, and tears into this music. Like, you got to be real cautious what you say to people when it comes down to their
art.
Yeah, because some people are real passionate about it, man. I remember, man, being in the studio with some cats for like damn near like 12 hours, you know what I'm saying? Because they trying to they're trying to make sure
perfect it to what they have in their mind, what they imagine it to be.
Exactly. So people are real passionate, and to actually be in a position where they don't get recognized or anything like that. Like, shout out to the Drakes and everybody like that, but I mean, we understand that Drake is really like a brand at this point. Whatever he do, that man could get on a track and boom, that joint gonna go gold.
That's basically what that Tootsie Slide song was. Yeah. That was like, he shot that in his house for nothing, and it went, well, I don't even know how many times platinum or
that's what I'm
whatever.
saying. Because he's reached that level of stardom, because if anybody else would have did it, they would probably have been like,
yeah, and Tootsie Slide, it had a nice little hook, but it wasn't
all that.
Yeah,
it wasn't all that. But and that's another issue that I kind of have with hip hop as well. Like, he didn't take time to come up with something, but if somebody else would have did it, it wouldn't have got the same exact recognition. You get what I'm saying?
It's the machines he has behind him, and because of his name, because of who he is. Yeah. So it's like his algorithm. Anything that he posts is gonna get millions of views within seconds.
Just because it says Drake. Right.
But you got a lot of people like that, you know.
Yeah, but you got people out there, man, who are coming up in the game, man, who's really like, that's trying to not even really necessarily get there, because you got a lot of people that just want to make music just to make music because they love making music and they want the recognition to an extent, but not as far as like the Drake's concerned. But I say all that to say this because I know it's not like I'm going on a tangent. Yeah, man, like, pay attention to all the underground artists, man, that's actually coming up, and not really necessarily the mainstream artists.
That's true. Yeah,
because mainstream artists, some of this stuff be trash.
Yeah, that's true. That is
so. What's next?
I guess we was going with the Grammys just to talk about Roddy Ricch. He won a couple of Grammys, and he was just saying, I guess, like, how he feels that, like, he won the Grammys, but it's not really respected as much because, you know, just because the OGs aren't, they're basically talking down on the Grammys. They, you know, like Kanye pissed on the Grammys a couple months ago. Yeah. And, you know, basically like the same thing Diddy said, and, you know,
Lil Wayne let our ashes on the Grammy.
Yeah. So it's like, it's making him feel that, like, he's saying that, like, I guess he's worked his whole life, and, like, he's put his blood, sweat, and tears into his craft to get this award. But now that he's gotten it, he feels like it's basically nothing because the OGs have basically down talked it and downplayed it, you know.
I agree. Mm-hmm. I mean, because you got to think about it. How often do you see Diddy at the Grammys? All the time.
Yeah, not every year, but the majority of the time. Yeah, you're right.
You see the Diddy's, you see the Hoes, you see the Beyonce's. Yeah. You know what I mean? You see the Drakes. You see a lot of people at the Grammys, man, but it ain't for us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're realizing that now. I mean, like, well, the Weeknd just banned. I mean, they've been doing it for years. Like, I think Hove. I don't think Hove. I mean, like, he goes just to go, but like,
he's not.
He's boycotted it a couple times, I believe. Yeah.
But the thing is, man, like, bro, we kind of like the hip hop awards. You know what I mean? We the BET Awards, like that's our arena. It's like
where was I going with? Oh, the Weeknd. The Weeknd, he boycotted the Grammys this year, and he also said he won't be performing there, and he won't allow his team to submit his music to be nominated for any future Grammys.
But that's the thing, bro. Like, it's gotten there because it's like we've tried to force the envelope to be in a position where we're not really wanted. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of gets to a place where you really just be on some like, yo, why am I trying to force these people to accept my stuff when I got people back here who really accept me for who I am?
So that's why it's like they're saying we need to make our own awards.
Exactly.
Like the BET Awards should be weighted a little bit more than when people are weighing it. Yeah. So it's like, I mean,
because the thing about it is, bro, like, granted, it's power in numbers. Like, granted, if people take into consideration the fact that, yo, if we do what we need to do for ours, it'll take care of everything else. Mm-hmm. Because our people will start feeling a certain way. They wouldn't have to feel like they need to be accepted by the Grammys. Oh man, let me get a Grammy. Because the thing about it is, let's be real. If Roddy Ricch came out maybe like 4 or 5 years earlier, man,
would he have gotten that Grammy?
He wouldn't have got them. You know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't have got it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that now all of a sudden, oh man, we losing viewers, we losing followers, we losing this, man. We got to do something, bro. Listen,
right.
If you guys would have been able to accept our music when it was needed and when we was trying to, we could have actually merged things together. But being that y'all want to try to make it seem like, oh, the Grammys is it, is this, that, and the other, like, bro, it's just another award ceremony.
Oh, come on!
Really?
That's all it is in my view. Like, I wouldn't.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. But we do want to. I want to give a shout out to my Queen's brethren, Nas. He got his first Grammy.
Shout out, man! Yo! Shout out.
Even though this album was tight with The King's Disease, but Nas should have gotten a Grammy a while ago. But I'm glad that maybe that's one thing that they did get correct this year was give Nas his first Grammy. So,
but that goes back to what I was saying like before though. Like if you think about it, bro, in all actuality, they're trying to pick up the mess that they already created. Mm-hmm. Like you created
from like 10 years ago.
Exactly
15 maybe 20 maybe.
Man, you talking about maybe 30 years ago, like when that joint first started. But it's like when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, bro, like, man, we've always tried to be at peace with people. We've always tried to come together. We've always tried to do that stuff, but it kind of got to a place now, like, yo, like you said, bro, we got to just create our own lane. Absolutely. And the minute we create our own lane, that's when people start seeing your worth. Mm-hmm. And once people start seeing your worth, oh man, we gotta build with them. Why would we build with you now? We've been trying to build with you for forever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just where my mind goes when it comes down to stuff like that.
Absolutely right, though. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, shout out to Roddy Ricch, man. He's a phenomenal artist, man. Shout out to Nas, man. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like I texted you before, like this Nas album is no different from another Nas album. Like Nas always delivers.
That's true.
Phenomenal projects.
This album is more of like a all around album. Like sometimes Nas has like a theme, like he'll stick to, like when he had the Untitled tape.
Yeah.
And he had like...
That was a dope album.
He had the album with Bob Marley's son.
Damien.
Damien. I'm naming everybody else except for Damien.
That was a tough project too.
Yeah, that one was actually tough. So yeah, Nas, salute you, brother. Congratulations. Hopefully this isn't your last one. Hopefully you're not leaving the game on us. That's what I'm hearing silently in the streets. But don't leave the game on us, you know.
Man, listen. I heard somebody say
go independent if you got to. Well, no, you got Mass Appeal. Just release on Mass Appeal.
Bro, I heard somebody ask Nas this question, and this joint was like, they said, I was on the phone, either I was on the phone with you, or I was on the phone with somebody, and they was like, yo, so Nas, who do you think is somebody who can go bar for bar with you in this climate that we in? Nas said, man, ain't none of these motherfuckers. I
think I did see something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like Nas is still that guy, bro. Like you can't think that Nas is not like the God MC. Like he's up there with the Hoves, bro. Like he's up there.
Yeah. He's when you say Hove, you gotta put him sort of. I mean, you can't say it money wise.
No.
But yeah, he's up there, like upper echelon with as far as on the mic and
the creme de la creme.
Everything that has to do with rap. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for real. Mm-hmm. He's learned from the greats too, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what else been going on this week? People getting the stimmies. Biden done signed a little. He signed a stimulus package for everybody. Everybody out there.
I don't have mine, but I need to get it.
I hope y'all using the money wisely.
Invest. Create a different source of income outside of the one you got, because you never know what tomorrow actually holds.
Yeah. If not that, use it to pay those bills. That's the reason why they gave us the money, to pay the bills, because they say y'all crying broke. Everybody crying broke. They ain't got no money.
Yep.
So go ahead and pay what you need to pay.
Yep.
Come back stronger, get you a better job.
Yep.
Nobody cares. You got to grind harder. That's the bottom line.
Learn how to invest your money, or either get your credit straight. Credit is great. Money is great. But if you can combine the two, you got the ultimate warrior.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Make sure you do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Locally, man, you actually, no, I did see this on the news, but I want to give a you're gonna do a moment of silence and also give a rest in peace for the family, the principal out in Bullock County.
Yeah,
from the crash on, what was it, I-16 that happened on?
And also my wife lost her cousin, and my daughter lost her godmom as well. Mm-hmm. So definitely we got to give y'all a moment of silence.
Sleep in peace and rest in peace, everyone.
Definitely.
All right.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it hit me hard when I heard that about that crash on 16, because it seemed like it was a young family. They had a young baby.
He was a principal. Mm-hmm. She was pregnant, and they had already had a little boy.
You see, that's like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard it.
Life is precious, man. Everybody remember that, So
yeah, I heard it was like I think it was 2 trucks that was actually involved. I don't know the ins and outs, but man, like, shout out to the family, man. Like, for real, that joint it weighs in on people, man, when they see that, because so often we're so desensitized because death always is like knocking at some people's front doors. Mm-hmm. But it's like, man, like for young people, even for older people, regardless of whatever the situation or the circumstances actually going on, like, mm-hmm. death is real, man. Like, you gotta watch yourself. But only thing I could tell people to do, man, like, time is precious. Make up with whoever you can make up with, man. Like, make stuff right, because you never know when you're actually not going to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, for real.
That's good words. Wise words from a good man.
Wise words being told. I'm not Tupac by far.
Oh man.
Yes sir. Mm-hmm. So update on Kanye West is the richest black man in America.
Wow.
He's worth $6.6 billion. I ain't gonna lie.
6.6 bill?
Yeah, Billy? I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it buck with you. Like, I'm just old enough for you to adopt me. Like, you can still, like, I'm telling you, I keep telling y'all, come.
Bro, you got 6.6 bill. I don't even need, just send me a little hundred bands. That's
what I'm saying. Like,
just send me a little hundred pack. That's all I need.
If I get 100,000 right now, I'm guarantee you, I will move my family to Antigua. Y'all ain't got to worry about me no more. We will build a nice house.
And live off the land.
You know what I'm saying? We will build.
Yes.
And not destroy. We will separate from America. We will be somewhere, just not here.
Oh, preach, amen. Brother. Preach, amen. Preach. Amen.
Niggalation 732.
Niggalation. Amen. I gotta buy that one. I gotta buy that one. Yeah, but Kanye, that's actually a good look. I mean, I think Kanye, we'll see what direction, what type of mind frame he's in, especially after this divorce. The divorce he's going through.
Okay, here's my question. Mm-hmm. We got to put a tinfoil hat on for a second.
All right.
Just for a second. All right, so how factual this information is between Kanye, Drake, and Kim? What do you think about that? Because Drake is always throwing shots at Ye. And I don't think you need to throw shots at Ye. I really don't. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like, because I think Kanye's a better MC than Drake. That's just me.
Right.
MC wise, I ain't saying net worth. I'm not saying
MC wise. I don't. But Kanye didn't write all his stuff. His earlier stuff he wrote. Like Sahai wrote for Kanye.
God damn! Yeah. Shout out to Sahai.
That's why he was with Good Music. I mean, the interview we heard, he wasn't actually signed to Kanye on Good Music, but he was a writer for Kanye.
But you know what's crazy though? Beyonce told Kanye he need to sign Sahai, and he never did.
But I think at that time Kanye didn't have the money, so he just signed him on as a writer instead of signing him to a deal. Right?
I got you. Mm-hmm.
Kanye was in debt But he back now, 6.6 bill.
Man, boy, if you still in there at 6.6 billion, boy, you better you better pay some assassins to go take care of whatever you need to.
It's over with, boy. If I'm down 6.6 billion, boy, it's like I ain't coming back, boy.
I ain't glad, boy. You better sell your body.
Y'all better come find me, boy. Y'all better come.
Boy, listen, boy. I know you got a private jet, Wyoming, man. Shit, you better take your ass to goddamn.
If I owe somebody 6.6 billion.
Well, listen, I don't know.
You ain't never gonna find me no more.
Yeah,
boy,
I'm talking about, man. I'm gonna change my face, my hand scanner. I'm gonna change my street address. Changing everything. I'm changing my wardrobe. Everything. I swear to God.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, if you're able to owe somebody 6.6 bill, you have to be able to generate that money to be able to pay it back. You know, so that's... Does
Kanye own all his masters?
Yes, I believe now he does, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he about to eat. He gonna eat. And he still got the Yeezys coming. He just got to deal with Gap. And
what going on Gap?
He got Yeezy and Kanye Gap clothing coming.
I don't even wear Gap, but I might step in that.
Yeah, I might have to. It looks... I mean, they showed some previews of it. It looks alright. It looks pretty decent.
I mean...
Hopefully it won't be like $200 Yeezy, $300 Yeezy prices, but it might
Gap
be.
usually don't do that. But you know, one thing I can say though, he always was a visionary as far as what he wanted to do and how he wanted to reinvent the game when it came down to clothes. Because I remember seeing him in an interview, and he was stating that he always wanted to make clothes that was actually affordable for us. You know what I'm saying? Like.
He's actually saying that he wants to make, I guess, a newer pair of Yeezys or make some of the Yeezys that he has now. He wants to bring the price down and make it affordable for everybody to get. That's what he's saying.
Do you own a pair of Yeezys?
Yeah.
Are they comfortable?
They are one of the most comfortable shoes you'll ever wear in your life. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Man, but
and that's the thing about it. They're so comfortable, but it's like, I mean, like once you look at the shoe and you look at the technology of it, you're gonna be like, this thing cost him no $220 for
to make,
right? But it's just because of his name and just because of the design and everything like that. But and once you see, the shoes are, but like most new Adidas have that similar technology in the sole. Mm-hmm. So most of the new Adidas, you'll probably feel the same without spending the $220. You'll be able to get the same cushion feel in there.
Man, shout out to Ye, man. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really waiting for a Hove and Kanye album part 2. I think that would be dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That would be dope, man. Like y'all did a phenomenal job when y'all created that first project.
Yeah, I think it will come too. I think it will come eventually. Hopefully, I think it will. I think it will.
It needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So what we got next?
Did you see? Have you been? Well, there's this new show on NBC. It's called Young Rock. It's about Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Okay.
It's about him when he was younger. Mm-hmm. But it's like before they actually get into the episode, it's like showing him from the future, from like 2024. So it's like showing that maybe like Dwayne Johnson might run for president. Sort of like how Arnold Schwarzenegger did. But it's actually a possibility. I don't think he will. I think maybe towards the end of the season he'll be like, I'm not going to do it. But it's a possibility because if Arnold Schwarzenegger did it and he won governor,
Kanye need to run for president. I'm voting for Ye.
Imagine that. Imagine the United States voting for The Rock,
the wrestler,
the actor, and Kanye for the president of the United States. Imagine what time we're living in.
I would move out of this country quick. Like, give me my...
What a time to be alive.
Give me my boarding pass now.
Yeah, because that's...
For real. I would... But I'm not gonna lie, though. Believe it or not, though, bro, they try to make Kanye out to be this dude who's not... like, something is wrong with him. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I personally do not think anything is wrong with Kanye West. I think Kanye West, he's an inventor, he's a creator, he's an individual that has his head on the right. I just think that he oftentimes he doesn't vocalize himself
the proper
way. And the stuff that we do see is like, okay, we're gonna cut some off here, we're gonna cut some off this, we're gonna put this stuff together, and we just gonna make him seem like he's crazy, because if we make it seem like he's crazy, these people not gonna pay attention to him.
And you know what, I totally understand that, because like him, like they have sort of like, and I go through this the same way myself. I see a little bit of myself in these guys, sort of like Dame Dash and Kanye West, because it's like they have a vision in their mind, and it's like if it's like they have a vision and they want everybody that's supposedly like that's a part of the team to
see the vision
the way that they see the vision.
Yeah.
So
but that's that's creators though, bro.
Right. But I guess the way that they go about talking to those certain type of people, I mean, I guess they have the communication skills, but not you have to have sort of like empathy when you're talking to you have to know the people of who you're talking to, I guess.
But here's the thing. When you're a creator, you're passionate about your creation.
Facts. And
that's where people don't fully understand, because we live in a very sensitive climate. Like the climate that we in right now, you could only say but so much and do but so much, and people will catch feelings.
Right.
But if you pay close attention to the creators and how they create, it's kind of like no different from like, so when you're having a kid, like, bro, I'm pretty sure you ain't just in the room just like you're being passionate about something that you're actually trying to release, to actually bring forth a child or a thought or an imagination. You're passionate about it. That's your desire. When your passion and desire meets, that's when you start to create. And once you create, voila. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's where I think people really just don't fully understand. Like they don't understand the creative process, because a lot of people have been programmed mentally to think a certain way, and they've been that way for so many years, to the point when it's time to actually create. Oh, well, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just go back to my day-to-day, or I go back to my regular job. Like, nah, like if you're meant to,
even if like what you have in your mind, your vision it fails, like you got to go back to the drawing board and keep going.
The dude who apparently, even though it was a black man that actually helped him, the dude who invented light, you know what I mean?
Right.
All that stuff, like, you know what I mean? The light bulb and all the other stuff. Like, I heard that was his 101 creation that he actually created. It wasn't his first invention.
Wow.
So it's like people got to understand that, just because you create something once. Prime example, Joe Budden. He had JoeButton.com a while ago.
Joe Budden TV.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He had that a while ago.
Right.
Everybody in their mama like, man, what the hell you doing? Not years later.
They're building platforms around, even though that what was that, Ustream or something like that they were on? No, but I don't even think it was Ustream.
But everybody's starting to create. But he was already a visionary. He had already saw it. He already had his mind focused on exactly what he was trying to do and trying to accomplish and take over.
See, I think
it's kind of like, all right, well, if you look at it from a biblical perspective, it's kind of like a prophet. I'm prophesying something that's about to happen. I'm telling y'all what's going on. So, all right, boom, I'm going to give you this now. But eventually, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. And that's kind of like how Joe was. Joe basically was kind of like one of the ones who, he's an inventor. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean? So, for all it...
So that's the thing. You just got to keep creating.
You got to.
That's why I have this quote.
Discouraged.
That's why I have this Biggie quote on my wall from what Puff told him,
Yeah.
He said, he said, he actually said this in the Mo Money Mo. Well, he said it in the interview besides that, but they had this clip in the Mo Money Mo Problems video right before Big's verse comes on. He said, he said basically what Puff told him, he said, I'm just trying to stay above water, stay busy, stay working. Puff told me the key to this joint, the key to stay on top of things, treat everything like it's your first project, so even if your project before that failed, move on to the next one and keep as much passion in it, your drive, keep that into your next project. Treat it as if it was your first project that you ever created.
For real, like you have to, because if you don't, I promise you're going to end up regretting it. Because there's a lot of people, if you think about it, bro, just people of color in general, not knocking any other race, bro. Look how many things that we've actually invented.
Right.
You know what I mean? All the stuff that we've actually created.
Right.
Like it's been so.
You about to get into this bag now? Or you about to talk
Nah. I'm just saying in general, like just think about it. Like we all have a unique space in this world. You just gotta find what your passion and your desire is, and you gotta go forth with it. You may go broke the first couple years doing it.
That's true.
But at the end of the day, if that's something that you desire and that's something that you want to do, you're going to put your all in all into it.
See, and that's what, I'm not going to stay on this and make it seem like I want to talk about myself, but that's why I wanted to do my website and this podcast first. There's plenty of other business ventures that I want to do later on afterwards, but I wanted to do my passion first. I wanted to put I'm still not putting my all into this, but I'm doing this. I'm throwing things out there, seeing what sticks, but I wanted to do this, so I can, like I said, throw things out there, see what sticks, and see how I can elevate and, change and mold the things of which I'm trying to do. You best believe later on, I'm going to have some actual businesses, this is a business, but I'm going to have an actual business where I'm actually offering services. My wife, she's about to have a website where she's offering services. So it's like, don't think I'm just out here just doing just a passion and not making, I guess money is not coming in right now. Yeah. Money will eventually come from this, as long as we just keep at it and keep the passion with it, and the consistency,
Consistency is the key. I mean, but that's the only way you're going to be successful. Like, man, like if you think that Jay-Z very first round made unreasonable doubt, you're a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like it took time, it took effort, it took perseverance, it took having faith in yourself, because like oftentimes we live in a world where we supposed to have faith in everything else except ourselves. Right. We always look towards other things except ourselves. Mm-hmm. Bro, you got to look at self first, because at the end of the day, you wake up to you. You go to sleep to you. Your struggles, your desires, your passions, the stuff that you worry about, your depression, whatever it is, like you deal with that. Nobody else deals with that. So it's like the more you understand that the world that we live in is always going to be here, but how often are you going to be here? How often are you taking time out to actually do what you need to do to make you a better version of you? That's the stuff that you really kind of need to take into consideration, like for real.
That's the truth.
Yes, sir.
That's the truth. Everybody, some people learn it sooner, some people learn it later, but just as long as you learn it sometime, man, and you take heed to what my main man Cutter just said, man, so.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. There wasn't really much else out there in the news this week. Just another thing I found out. Alexa Sky, she's been making Fetty Wap pay child support for that baby. And the baby wasn't even his. I know this is kind of salacious. We don't want to sit here and talk about...
That's not the first time that happened. Oh, no. We needed to talk about that situation that happened in Indianapolis, too. The guy who did that quadruple murder for that stimulus check?
And also... The eight murders that happened in Atlanta earlier yesterday. Did you hear about that?
I heard about it. I saw it on Facebook, but I didn't know too much about it, so I wasn't really going to speak. I
caught a little bit of it on the news earlier today. It was.
What was it about?
It's just this guy that went crazy. So he was he was apparently a porn addict, and he went crazy in the head, and he had something with Asian porns, and he said to rid him from watching the Asian porn on his computer, he had to put a stop to it. So he went to those Asian spots, and he killed those. Well, I think he killed 8 people, but I think maybe 6 of them were Asian. Not everybody was Asian. So he killed 8 people. He went to 3 different spa parlors and killed, just because he had a porn addiction. And they caught him right before he was about to get on, whether it was the bus or the plane or whatever. He was headed to Florida to go do the same thing at other spa parlors down there.
This is my issue with that situation. Addictions are similar to adrenaline rushes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta understand that.
But for you to go in like that much is like for you to go in like I have to like what made him think that?
I'm gonna get there.
Go ahead, you got it.
it kind of goes back to the conversation. It's like if I got some type of addiction, but instead of getting upset with myself, I get upset with you. There's no real.
I see what you're saying.
There's no real accountability or ownership of what I'm doing, so I'm gonna take my frustration out on somebody else. That's not how you handle situations, and that's why I was telling you, man. You gotta kind of like look within. We're never taught to look within ourselves for anything. We've always been taught to have some type of outlet,
blame,
or you know what I'm saying, like, and that's my deal. That's my ordeal. Like, I don't care if the person
wants to play the blame game.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't, like, you have to take ownership. Like, yo, bro, I got a porn addiction. I ain't gonna lie, I need to stop this. Okay, bro, what's your first step? The first step is admitting it. Second step is having somebody to actually stay on top of you for positive, like, yo, check up on you, like, bro, what's going on? How this, because you never know where a person's at until it's kind of like to the end. And my thing is, for you to actually go forth and actually take somebody else's life who basically didn't put your life in danger, meaning there's no accountability for you. There's no resolution to your action, because I'm not gonna lie, when you get behind them four walls, bro, you're not
it's gonna force you to give that addiction up regardless. So
you have to give up that addiction, boy, and you probably gonna your booty hole gonna probably hurt too. Like, they gonna, I mean, and I'm not saying
that's one thing about jail, from what I've heard, is that you might go in there and kick one addiction, but depending on how much time you have and what jail you're at, you might go in there and pick up another addiction or something. So
on the inside, you killed people, you going back to D block, my boy. You go to D block, I don't care the color of your skin or whatever it is that you got going on. If they find out that you killed one of their family members or anything like that, or even if you find out you did something to a woman, they're going to make you pay for that thing. Right. Because they understand that women are precious, just like people in general are precious. So you got to understand and realize, man, that there's always consequences for your actions when you making those type of decisions in life. So, I mean, I can't even say my heart goes out to you, Bubba, because my thing is, like, you analyzed that whole entire situation before you walked in it, so you knew exactly what you were doing. That motherfucker gonna come get your ass, boy. Right. In my opinion.
Yeah. But what about your mans in Indianapolis, man, that murdered the
Man, listen,
that was he was, and there was a.
I hate when people say, oh, money is the root of all evil. No, money is not the root of all evil. It's not the root of all evil, because money is what built this nation that we in. Money is one thing that built this house that you in. Money is the thing that keeps the light on in your house. Money's not the root of all evil.
He seemed like it was just more like, it had to be like jealousy because for you to react like that.
Well, see, here's my thing. You gotta understand what people are in life, and you never know
what he's going through.
Yeah, what happened prior to. You know what I'm saying? Similar to a woman getting her behind beat by a man. Yo, you don't know if that woman done pull a gun out on this man and then shot at this man before. You don't know what took place prior to. And I was just using that as an example.
You're absolutely right, though.
I'm just using that as an example. Like, regardless of what it is, you never know what happened prior to before you actually went forth and did it, because it could have been a jealousy issue. It could have been another issue where, man, they used to do this to me when I was younger. It could have been anything.
I mean, that man probably could have been giving her money or something like that, and like they probably had an agreement, and like he probably had something to do with that money, and she just reneged on the agreement or something.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, you never really know where a person's at. So we can't really be judgmental when it comes down to things like that. But
facts.
I mean, overall, man, I
feel for the family, man. Yeah. Because they had nothing to do with their situation. Yeah. It's just the fact that over what was it, $2,800, you know,
I'm talking about some stuff that some people make within a week, some people make it in a day, like depending on the person. Exactly. So I mean, but it just kind of shows you where we at as a nation, man. Like, it's a lot of stuff that kind of like needs to take place, and it's a lot of healing that needs to take place, bro. Like, especially within our community, we went through a whole lot of stuff, and like I've said before, man, slavery just did not end not too long ago, because I'm pretty sure your grandparents could probably tell you a few stories. So we got some still residue that's within that needs to be taken care of. Facts. For real. But yeah, man, shout out to the family. Rest in peace, definitely.
Yeah, we did. Did we even finish the Alexis Sky thing? We just went totally off of that?
I mean, no, we really didn't touch on that at all.
Yeah.
My thing is, like, if he was, she did wrong, but I mean, granted, like,
but the thing, she was the one that was dead wrong because apparently she knew that Fetty Wap wasn't the dad, and she had the real dad. His name is Brandon Medford. She had him take a biological test apparently like a couple of weeks after the baby was born. She asked him to take a paternity test 2 years ago, a week after he got the results confirming that it was his kid. And Fetty Wap, he's still paying child support monthly. It's not funny, but it's just like,
ooh, so if the baby ain't his, then what? I
wonder if he can go back and get all that back money, because it's not like Alexis Sky broke. She making her own money, like so it's like, I don't know, man. Or maybe she was making her money. She was with the boys, wasn't she? With Shotty and them that went to jail over 6ix9ine.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know.
I don't know if she had a bag, but I know she was on Love and Hip Hop and all the other stuff too. So.
Yeah, so she Love and Hip. I don't think they get like a bag like that.
I mean, it's something. Right. I mean, it's exposure for most.
Right.
That's how y'all got Cardi B.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think there's ever gonna be another star off of there like Cardi B again. You think there's gonna be another, like, somebody that's off of Love and Hip Hop that's gonna blow up like her?
Oh, nah. That's why they kind of deal with the little scrap beats and them and stuff like that. People who
been on there,
for a little minute. Shout out to little scrap.
Y'all need this little,
y'all need a little bit of money. Get his teeth fixed, but yeah. Anyway,
oh my gosh,
nigga got some new damn teeth. Got them veneers, but you know Joe got it too. But anyway, that's a whole nother.
A lot of them, Nori, a lot of. If I get me some money, I'm gonna go get me. I don't need no teeth. No, I'm just saying. Y'all crazy. Yeah, man. But yeah, another episode down. We appreciate you guys tuning in for us today. This was a good one, man. We got some. We talked about some good topics today.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna end it off with Abadil. The song is called Weakness.
Abadil, okay.
Yeah, it's dope. I like it.
All right. Salute, y'all. Appreciate y'all one more time.
Yeah. I gotta find a way to get you, shawty, back to my private party. Yeah.
Like, subscribe.
You look so
yes, sir.
Moving nice and slow. It got me want something. Girl, you got that thing that I wanna know. You out on the road like you out on the running up. Wine fast, wine slow, give me something up. Pass me a cup, now I'm sweating. Pop on my text, now I'm current. Yeah, I'm current. Cause girl, I got a weakness for sweetness.
I like that song right there.
Weakness for sweetness.